That's it.
What do you want?
I'm holding.
She makes you like the girl in fat camp who got caught eating her toothpaste. What? What's Minty? Did you forget the mustard?
No, it's on there.
As in your sister.
I'm done. Sorry. That song has been stuck in my head, and I already loved the song, but it got stuck in my head again after last night's episode. Yeah, so what did you guys think of the episode? I personally loved it a lot. I just loved how we got answers, finally. Not what was in the barrel, obviously, but we got answers, you know, important answers. So the episode first starts off with all of the girls in Mike's room, and they're looking for evidence. Anything they can find that he is or working with Allie. And they find a necklace that is in code, and it says, "I'm with you." And so they think it's for Alice. Later in the episode we find out it was for Mona, but he didn't get a chance to give it to her. This episode, Hannah, she is really determined to win this beauty pageant. So she has this beauty pageant coach who I really didn't like. She was so rude and I wanted to punch her in the face. And she was just really like, ugh, I can't stand that lady. And so Hannah tells her that her talent is dancing. So she tells Emily that, oh, we're gonna be practicing this dance on the weekend. And so we see them practicing to Bang Bang. They did really good at first, and then Hannah got too into it and she started thinking about Kate in her head, because Kate's name was on the sign-up sheet for the beauty pageant, but it turns out Kate didn't actually sign up, so it was or someone who just randomly wrote Kate's name on that sign-up sheet to just piss Hannah off. And so she's like thinking all these Kate images in her head, and she just starts going crazy with her dancing. And I could not stop laughing. Like, I still like watch the clips of her dancing and like just random screenshots. It's like so funny. His face is like looking at her weird, like what is she doing? And the coach or whatever, she's there like looking at her like. And later on, the coach tells her that Hannah is a beauty pageant material and she's just gonna embarrass herself. But then she wants Emily to join the beauty pageant. That episode, Em decides to take Hannah's place, and she wants to win for Hannah because she knows how much Hannah needs the $20,000 scholarship. But is she gonna be able to give that to Hannah? Because it's not like money, like cash. It's a scholarship. Like usually scholarships are written in your name, so I don't know how that's gonna work unless they're just gonna really like show they don't even like think about those kind of things and they just go along with it. I don't know. With Spencer, things aren't so good with her and Toby. Toby's really focused on his job being a cop, which, you know, I totally understand, that's his job, but I don't know. Like, didn't he join the police force to protect Spencer and all of that? Like, he totally forgot about it, totally being a cop, which, you know, like I said, that's his job. But I feel really bad for Spencer because they don't have time for each other because he's always at work, and so she's always with Johnny. And then they find out that the vandalism at Hollis College sold to an art museum. It's being sold there, and Spencer and Johnny go into this art museum. They break in and they steal their own art, or Johnny's art. Alarms go off and they drive away, but then Johnny gets arrested by Toby and Spencer screaming at him to stop and all of this stuff, and you know, he's just doing his job. But I still felt bad for Spencer. Later in the episode, Johnny and Spencer kiss, which I'm not gonna lie, I actually was pretty happy about that because I'm not like a total like diehard shipper of them yet. I don't know what's their ship name even, but I don't like oh my gosh, they need to date type of ship. I'm just kind of like, oh, you know, they would make a cute couple. In my opinion, don't hate me, but it's not that I hate Spoby. I just never was like a diehard Spoby fan, I guess. And Toby, the way he's acting right now, it's I don't know. He's just bothering me and annoying me right now. At this point, I don't really know what to think about him. So Spencer's mom bailed him out. Now he can't live in the barn. Isn't Spencer still technically together with Toby, but they're not that close? So I don't know. Is Toby gonna find out? I don't know. Now with Emily and Talia and Eric. So Emily finally gets to meet Talia's husband. He comes into the brew and he's like, it's really awkward, and he says to Emily that, oh, it's okay, you don't need to act all weird around me, I know what's going on. And it seems like Talia hasn't told him what's really going on, because he's saying that, oh yeah, this is just a one-time thing, it's like an experiment, and he'll just wait until it'll die down, or so. It was something like that, and it was like, ouch, that was like a punch in the face to Emily. And Emily actually thought they were gonna be forming something, and here the husband is saying like, oh, you're in just an experiment. Talia catches up with Emily later in the episode, and Emily just tells her that she's done with her, like she doesn't want to be with her if she's just gonna be an experiment. And then Talia goes on saying that she didn't know what their relationship was gonna become and all of this, and she's trying to make all of these excuses. And I just don't like Talia. Like I don't like hate her, like I don't know what it is about her. I just find her suspicious for some reason and weird. And with Aria, her and Andrew, I feel like something is gonna happen between them two, because he's seen tutoring her, and Aria is telling him if he can follow Mike around because Mike is being suspicious. And Andrew sees Mike planting the blood in Mona's backyard. He tells Aria about it, but he doesn't know what it is. Aria goes in Mona's yard alone with this huge ass flashlight, which I was like, oh my gosh, like really? Like she's trying to be sneaky, and it was just bad. And even when she was up in the tree, it was like, come on, hurry up. Like you can sense that someone is there, like you can hear like footsteps. It's like, oh my gosh, turn off the flashlight, or like just run. Like what are you doing? But it turned out to be Mike. Questions him like, what are you doing with my blood in Mona's backyard? And then he tells her that it's Mona's blood. And then in the end we get a backflash of Mona talking on the phone with Leslie before Thanksgiving, and she's just has a mini fridge of all these vials of blood, is like tube thing, and then she has a band-aid on her arm. And so at this point I'm like, oh shoot, I was right, she was drawing her own blood. And so Mike walks in and he's like, wait, what are you doing, what is all this? And then she hangs up on Leslie and says, I'll call you back, just like what Leslie said. And then she goes by saying that she has this great plan of faking her own death, and she's gonna smear her blood all over the room, all over the walls in her house. And then Allie will be guilty and she'll be thrown into jail, and she's been communicating with Ave, all of this stuff. And Mike thinks she's just crazy, like what is she doing? Back to reality, and Mike is on the verge of tears, saying that he kept Mona's blood because that was the only thing he had of her, and they were supposed to meet up a few times, which I'm guessing maybe that's why he was leaving Candy out. Maybe that was like a signal or something. But they were supposed to meet a few times and she hasn't shown up. Also, now the girls finally realize that Allison isn't A. It's about time. Mike tells Aria that he found out that Cyrus took Allison out of town. Now the girls feel really stupid for thinking that Allie is A. While they're talking about it, someone is watching them outside a window. Like, you think by point they would have like blinds or drapes covering the windows. I mean, they don't have common sense. See someone in a black hoodie and the black gloves in Mike's room. They start lifting weights and they're holding a wrench to connect something that I think it was Aria, because in the promo Aria is standing on something. I'm pretty sure it was Aria. She's standing on something and it just kind of collapses and she falls. And didn't A do that to Toby one time? I don't know if they were holding a wrench and then in the next episode or like a few episodes later we see Toby falling off like that paint structure thing. Supposedly the big A reveal is on March 24th, 5:25. I don't know. Do you guys believe it? I don't really know what to believe. I'm not even gonna say that I don't believe it or I'm gonna believe it. I'm just gonna watch it with an open mind that possibly we're not gonna find out, or maybe we will. So, you know, I'm just gonna wait and see. You know, Toby he's been acting really suspicious. Ezra, where's Ezra this whole time? Cece, I've heard some really good theories about her, and it makes sense. I used to think Arya, but I don't know, not so much anymore now. Yeah, there's just so much people that this show makes them look so suspicious and shady. What did you guys think of the episode? Leave me in the comments and let's just talk about it and talk theories and talk stuff. But do not post spoilers, because I hate spoilers, especially for season finales, because even if it's like rumored or whatever, I still don't wanna read it. I'm gonna go now, and bye guys. See you guys next week Wednesday.